Hello, this is Taj Cameron from Gold TCM. How to make your money, make you money, and make your bills pay you. We're getting into our next phase. We've already created the website, we created the business plan, we created what the business is about. Now, let us talk about legal stuff. What's legal stuff? Press releases for your official launch. Social media. Your social media, your bylaws for your site and your business. And we're going to talk about a specialty one if you're a nonprofit, as well as your contractual agreements. So let us get started, shall we? For this, we're going to start in a different place. Not the one. Here. Social media writing. We just went through the copywriting. We're going to discuss the contract. We did a resume on the last site. We discussed business to business, which is basically what I just did on the website, where we have the specialty report, the case study, the executive bio, how he developed the blog, all of that. So what are we doing now? We're doing a press release. You can go find a generic version of a press release. I'm going to use a template that I used when I created a press release a few years back for my original business. And we're going to adjust it. So here we go. Here's the press release. Whatever the owner name is, meaning for me, it's my name, but we'll do this for this purpose. Then her phone number, whatever that phone number would be, 787387691. That'll be her phone number. Now, what most will do when they create a business, this is for a event planning business, so you do this. That would be the person's email. Then the company's name. Then your subtitle will be "We Build Your Dream Wedding, Your Dream Event." One space at a time. Where is your business located? His name came to me, so I'm going to say Santa Monica, California. Today, we put the same name, Miraculous Events Planning. This is where you add what you do. Go back to your business plan. See it here. Recent. I think I closed it. And you can either punch up the way that give more detail in this miniature bio, or you can do what I'm about to do, just for the intent and purpose of this. what we were working on. And lastly, you come in and you would delete that, and you go back here. Now, here you can do a breakdown of what it is you do. For instance, for all intents and purposes of this, we're going to do it this way. And you would put that information in, and then next area. Now, of course, you and I both know if we were doing this 100%, we would be typing out each of these sections individually. So that they were put in order for the people that were going to be reviewing this press release. And this would be the previous events, 6 different types, education in events, so on and so forth. That led to you being who you are. Lastly, you go in and you change the name. Change the name. And designed. Play on words. Miracles. Our decor line. Happy people. And then you can name any subsidiary brands. So if you're an interior designer, it would be Miraculous Interiors. As a subsidiary business, it breaks down into several areas of new and original. Company, products, mindsets, life-changing events. And you go in, you change the words so that it's spelled right. Clear up everything. Take any last looks. Boom, you got yourself. This is your press release. Go in, you change any spelling errors that you may see that need to be changed. Deleted. Too much spacing. And there you go. This is Word through the OneDrive application, in case you were wondering. So you have a nice saved document. Then you can take this, you can either copy it and paste it onto your website. Pretty much what you saw on the About page that we created was a lot of what you see right here. So you don't really need to do that, but you can use this if you're promoting or pushing it to outdoor sources for press releases, for companies, and so on and so forth. And so what are we doing now? Glad you asked. Moving to our next segment, social media. We are creating our social media campaign on Facebook for our business. So I'm going to create a new page. Here's your new page. You are going to create a name, image name. Dun 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 dun. So let's find our image that we want to use for this. this is our page. We're a wedding planning company, so let's create a wedding planning page, shall we? New event planner. Description. This is where it helps. Having already created your business plan, go back, click on the business plan, put your business's mission statement, boom, control, copy, go back to Facebook, insert description, boom, there you go, create page. Go in, can add a picture, go to the desktop, use one of our wonderful pictures that we downloaded earlier for an event. Which one looks real good? I like this one. Oh, thought that was my cover photo, but okay, that wasn't the cover photo. We can do that as the cover photo, and then we'll change it. And you can create your WhatsApp phone number if you have one. Put in, what was our number that we use now? 917 876 6381, I think it was. And then it'll send the code, so on and so forth. And then there is your page. And it puts up the photo that you used, and you can go in. I don't like this picture, I want to use the other photo. So let's see if I can change this. Then here you can add events that you're doing. You can put reviews, people that have already gotten testimonials from about. You can repurpose the information in your about the website and link it here. And you can photos, videos. If you do YouTube videos and you want to link your YouTube videos from the events that you've already recorded weddings from, boom, you got that. If you got job positions that you're trying to fill, you can create offers for your product, whatever that product may be, with that is in alignment with your event planning. Then you can create a community so that you have a full community around what it is that you have created. And then you can edit any other tabs and add those. So you will come back to the home page, and this would be your Facebook page. And you can also create groups. If you create a group, let's see, do I have group settings here somewhere? I don't see it here, but it's possible to set up a group in these business applications. Why nothing showing up there, but you can do groups. Here you can create a group. The group that you create can be an identical duplicate to what it is. So if let's say you're a wedding planner and you're trying to expand, you can create a challenge or what have you, or maybe you just have a group of satisfied customers. You have people that have come and found your group from Pinterest, all of your social media pages. Boom, there you go. And you can create the group. I don't really need to type this in. You really already understand whatever I just did on the last page, I can do right here, and it's going to be the same thing. And then we can just look further into like all your general information, your posts, members, events, what events you held or holding, what's your next event that you're going to be doing. You can link them to social media so they can follow in live timing. Whenever you're doing a business event, you'll have a photographer or a person that's going to be your social media person. They'll take pictures at the event that you've created and done the work at, and then you'll have content for your blog that we created. And you'll not only have content for your blog that you created, you'll have content for your Instagram and your Facebook and your social media platforms, your Pinterest pictures, all of these things, just to show off things that you've done. And you can do it in real time because Instagram is instant. To Okay, so here we are on Pinterest. Look, Pinterest was the best one to go to, and I am actually going to go to my connected blog pin posts. Since we're talking about weddings, I'm actually going to use a couple of boards that I've already pre-created because I like looking at some of these things. Because sometimes you want to look at examples. This would be a great example of a nice dress that could be used for for the wedding reception. Your bridesmaids could wear something like that. Sometimes the bride will wear something like that because it's a little bit off of the color. I never really thought about it, and some people say they would want to wear white. I'm not partial that I wouldn't go for a very light gold color for a wedding dress. Light gold. Let's see. Let's see if I can find. Where I am looking for. These are your analytics. If you have a business of any kind, you can see all of your analytics. You can create ads, have ad posts, your pins, your outliers, your checklist, your clicks, how many times you were clicked from the time that I've created this board. Look at how many people are impressed by. And I'm telling you, if you're a wedding planner, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see high impressions for anything in relation to wedding related stuff and so forth and so on. Let me tell you, they are constantly changing stuff. Let's see. And moving things around. There you go. I told you, I love music. And because I love music, you're going to see a lot of music and fashion stuff on my pages. So, let's see. Here we go. Wedding related stuff. If you're a wedding planner, you want to create a board that you show off the things in which you do. So if you have a person that is styling at your wedding or styling for your event that helps the person get their outfit together, which ding 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 you should, because if you have somebody that's doing that, that's more money for you and your company, even if you're doing a collaboration. These are shoes, wedding shoes, so on and so forth. Now, another thing. You're doing wedding events, what have you. Love quotes, things in relation to love, quotes in relation to business, so on and so forth. Always. And let's see. It's something I'm specifically looking for. That's why I haven't clicked on anything yet. Get some locked boards. Okay, you're an event planner. This is a board that is a perfect example of what you would be having, especially whether you're doing a wedding, an event. You're going to have your food. If you have dessert, you're going to have dessert here. You're going to have wedding related things, images of the bride. You're going to have food. You're going to have lunch if they're going to be two different meals. Because some people might have a brunch, they have a party, and then they have a dinner depending on what time of day that the wedding is. Are you going to feed the people once or twice? And because Pinterest is this way, it will suggest to you pins and posts that you might like, because if you're a wedding planner, event planner, coordinator, it's going to pull up anything that is in alignment with your board. So these are all things that you would probably associate and create and line up with your own board. If you're going for a wedding, guess what? You're going to go for the swimsuit next because you're going on vacay. Foods, what you're eating for your lunches, your bridesmaids, your this, what you're wearing, your quotes, your RSVPs, all of these things, your chocolates, your desserts, the cake for your wedding, all of these things, the foods, more dresses, all of these things, your nutrition. I actually like the idea of that one. I might hold on one second. I might have to pin this for me. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't even come to Pinterest because when I come on here, I could spend 3 hours just scrolling Pinterest because there's such an abundance of things that you can pin. But if you're an event planner, you create boards in alignment. Whether it be if you handle wedding dresses, you handle the wedding. You do a pin board about that. The food, you do nutritional facts and food facts. You can do dessert facts. Oh look, you can do decor. Oh, that's really wedding dresses. Mm, dessert, smoothies, all things. You can do a ton of stuff on Pinterest. Oh, look, jewelry for the wedding. Look, it's pretty heart type for your wedding engagement ring. And then maybe you're not engaged. Maybe you just are having a party. Let's see. Let's search party outfits. If you're going to just have a party, these are maybe some outfits that you would think about wearing just to the event that you're creating, or that your ideal client would want to wear. And these are great for if you're doing um, styling for events, weddings, so on and so forth. That's the other board I was talking about. What else? We've talked about social media. That was the fun part. I mean, you can do your Tumblrs, your all that and the other thing, but I'm not gonna make this video that long. What we're going next is going to go talk about contractual agreements and bylaws. Oh, so fun it is! Next. Legal documents. This is the website that I go to whenever I want to create any type of legal document, contract, form, formula, so on and so forth, in order to develop my business the way that I need to. You need to get your LLC agreements, you need to get your living will for personal stuff, certain type of service agreements, wills and testaments, sign over power of attorney for things. You can go to business. What do you need? Business. If your business is a business partnership, I'm just going to see if I can create one for business partnership. Partnership agreement. This site asks you what you need, and this shows you a literal draft of what a business partnership agreement looks like. I had to create one of these for a potential person that I was interested in doing a business contract with. We never went forward, but I did create the draft for it, and we developed it the way that it needed to look. And I linked it back to her, and everything on my end was great. Because whenever you are a business, you need to protect yourself by creating certain types of agreements in order to help your business thrive and grow. You can create a document like this and develop a full written out process. You can type it out, you can find. There's the other one that I'm going to use for the bylaws, which is this one. You can create your full form here. Just as you see it right here, they will allow you and allot you the ability to start a form. If you are a corporation, a nonprofit entity, or if you need your articles of incorporation for your business, you can click either one of these. We are a corporate business, so we're creating bylaws for a corporate business. They would literally generate a full document, and all you have to do is let's see, corporation name, Miraculous event planners. There you go. We changed that. Where are you located? We said that we were Santa Ana. California. Continue. Then if your company has to have annual meetings, which as a wedding planning company, I assume that you would want to have annual annual meetings and corporate shareholding meetings with the people that are working with you, especially if you're collaborating with outside sources. You're going to want to have a time frame. Sometimes you want to do this just before tax season, so you might want to do this in March, let's say. Continue. Minimum numbers of days notice. You want to give people about 2 weeks, so let's make it 14 days. Okay, minimum number of notice. Let's say 3, maximum number of days notice, 14. Let's just say for contractual sake. Please complete this sentence. Whichever word you want to go here. Let's say your business has been in the works for the past 15 years. Or you want a contractual agreement that's going to go past a 2-year point. Agreements where the amount to be paid exceeds 1,500. If there needs to be an inspection of corporate, give you maybe about 14 days. That way you can go find them, look for them, so on and so forth. What is your fiscal year end? March. How many days after your final days of fiscal year and shareholders have to modify corporate resolutions and return regards disclosing financial information? Hmm. 14. Keep it at 14. I like that number. How many days following the closing of the fiscal year must the corporation mail any copies of financial information? Let's make it 7 because you don't want it to run into your tax season, but you need to have it before taxes. When the corporate bylaws be adopted. So it prepares your document, creates proofreading, does your clauses, electronic signatures, preparing the document for a Word PDF form, eliminates spelling errors. And then you can create an account to continue to keep doing the documents on this Swift form. And lastly, for this particular episode, we're going to discuss grant templates. Here is a simple grant template. Just save it. So Here's a grant template. If your business is a nonprofit and you may need grants to develop certain things, elements, so on and so forth, as it relates to your business, you're going to want to have a grant form that has been pre-existing or pre-written. Not a lot of people have these forms. Not a lot of people. A lot of people will go to an actual professional grant writer to have your grants written. Yes, going to a grant writer helps you by developing grants, but they're going to charge you a certain amount of money to do grant services. Especially if they took grant writing courses, they spent $202,000 to get their granting. They have to do the research, they have to create the report, they have to look up all of the back information, so on and so forth. That takes time. And in order for them to punch it up and develop it so that it's fully set up for whatever business it is that you're doing. Let's say you have your for-profit business is your wedding planning business. Your for-profit business is your miraculous wedding planning business. But your non-profit, you have Miraculous Miracles. Just for a simple, stupid name to put out. Miraculous Miracles. This is your fundraising company that is a non-profit subsidiary of Miraculous Event Planning. Here, you are taking people's wedding dresses that people have already worn. They wore it one time. They're done with it. They don't need it anymore. They're not really interested in keeping it in their closet. Maybe they're high-end people that they already use their wedding dress and they don't really need to keep it. So it's because it was such a beautiful dress, they decided that they wanted to donate it. Guess what? You have a some type of closet that you can now create a fundraising program that helps women that cannot afford to have dresses because they're getting married, but look at today's society and the situations that we're in. They don't have the money, may not have had a job due to whatever happened in our world that they can't afford due to sudden loss of income, job, nearly losing their house, all that kind of stuff. But they initially had their wedding planned and now they can't afford to have a dress. They can't afford to have a wedding. Maybe what you're going to do is for your nonprofit, 10% of your services you provide to women that are can't afford wedding planning. So because they can't afford wedding planning, you will do a full service for them that will allot them the ability to get their wedding done for free. And that is your philanthropy, which is your tax write-off in your main company. So you do the entire wedding. Everything that you would do for a regular wedding, you do it for free as your nonprofit. Meaning you create the products, you do all of this. All of this side of it is done through raising money. And you're creating a grant for this. So you need to raise money for this. So you would take this grant template. I'm going to create and go to Word document, file, new. A new document. And let's say, because we're creating this new document. And we minimize it. Then we go back to the grant that we were just looking at. Minimize that. Then we take it and we put it right there, and then we have our open document, and here we go. Miraculous Miracles Nonprofit. Foundation. Miraculous Miracles Nonprofit Foundation. Boom. Now, what I just said, we are a wedding planning company. Insert your information here. From your first document. But we desire to help the less fortunate still create their dream wedding. Still create their dream wedding. So for 10% of the weddings we do a year, weddings, events, we do a year, we pay in full for all of their needs.
Hello.